you all know I've been a fan of women's sports or sports in general for a very long time. Like I love sports. And yesterday it was like I fell in love with sports all over again. Now, very dramatic statement. You're like, what the heck? That's weird. It is. It's kind of dramatic. But if you've ever been in a building when your team pulls out a gritty, emotional win, then you know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. Yesterday, me and Mama was at Wintrust Arena for the Sky versus Dallas Wings game, and it reminded me of what makes being a fan so powerful. It was the joy, it was the worry, it was the panic, it was the relief. Yeah, at times it is not rational. It doesn't always make sense. But in a way, that's kind of the point. That's what fandom is. It is a full body experience that drags you through every emotion in the chart and leaves you wanting more. Now, I came into the arena at Wintrust yesterday hoping the Sky would finally get their first win. But to be honest with you, I wasn't too confident. Here's the deal. We saw this on Tuesday, where it looked like the Sky was about to win. I started a live stream, and turns out they ended up losing. You know, I've been frustrated overall with some of the various aspects of this team this season, right? I've been frustrated with the rotations, the shot selection sometimes, the late game decisions, and the defense, and ultimately the turnovers as well. Like so many Sky fans, I've watched the potential that this team has, and I just wanted them to fully unlock it in a game. And then it seemed like something clicked. From the opening minutes of the game, Kamilla Cardoso looked engaged. She looked motivated, guys. She wasn't just tall. She wasn't just a tall girl standing out there. No, she was an involved player who was making an impact, and her team was actually looking for her. And as a result, Kamilla, player of the game. This was her game, and she showed up and showed out in this one. And again, I love to see it. Kamilla Cardoso, when it's all said and done, finishes with 23 points, 8 rebounds for Kamilla. She was calling for the ball. You know, she was out there doing her thing. Yes, defensively, she still has to get better. Absolutely. Defensively, that is still a thing that has to get better for Kamilla. However, watching her play yesterday was absolutely huge. Absolutely huge, guys. And we all know that Kamilla, you know, she vibes off of other people, right? She needs to be motivated to kind of make some stuff happen. And yesterday, it seemed like because her team got her involved early, she was absolutely doing her thing in that game. Absolutely doing her thing, okay? She looked like the player that we all knew she could be, right? The player that, you know, was running the floor like she did at South Carolina, right? It was great to see her be in rhythm from the jump. And even through foul trouble, be impactful when she came back in towards the end of the game. And then the game got kind of tense, right? Late in the fourth quarter, the game was slipping. The momentum was swinging towards Dallas's way because of the fantastic play of Arike Ogunbowale, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Momentum was slipping. And my stomach was a little bit like, I'm feeling some knots, because this was a familiar feeling. The Chicago Sky had the game, a fantastic first quarter, and they held on in the second quarter, and we go to halftime, and the Sky have a pretty good lead. It's looking pretty good. But then here comes Dallas. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to look. But then we see Ariel Atkins, Courtney Vandersloot, Angel Reese step in and play like seasoned pros, guys, and make winning plays. It's not all about being flashy. It's not all about being loud. It's about being precise, okay? And for Angel Reese, you know, hey, here's the thing. I don't care what the box score says. I don't. What I look at when it comes to players is how did they impact the game? How did they impact winning? And I'm going to tell you, Angel did. She showed up when it mattered in the fourth quarter, actually all throughout the game, making some fan-freaking-tastic passes. She ended up with 5 assists in this game? Huge. 5 assists. Yeah, only 6 points. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Does she still need to make her shots in the paint? Yes, sure. Absolutely. But 5 assists in this one. 6 points, 9 rebounds. She was making some darts of passes, including one pass in, what was that, the fourth quarter, where it was a fast break opportunity. I believe it was Courtney got it up to Angel. Angel had Kamilla running to the basket. And Angel throws this fantastic angled pass to Kamilla. In real time, I thought that ball was about to be stolen. I was like, how in the world did she get that to Kamilla? How did she do that? Fantastic pass. Kamilla gets it in stride, makes the shot, and it was just like, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is how you show up when it matters, okay? Her passing down the stretch was smart. Her instincts were undeniable towards the end of this game. She came back in with a couple minutes left to go in the game, and she made an impact. Now, again, best stats in the world? No. But how can you make an impact? How can you help winning? And that's what she did. That's what she did yesterday. And I got to talk about Beck Allen. Beck Allen. Crazy. Okay. Beck Allen was absolutely amazing. Okay. So here's the deal. Can we say this out loud? Let's say this out loud. Okay. And this is both as a fan of the Sky and also as a neutral observer, because I'm truly not sure who could have watched all 5 of the Chicago Sky games this year and say that Kia Nurse still needs to be in the starting lineup. I don't know how you can look at these 5 games and see that. Here's the deal. Say it out loud. Beck Allen needs to start. Beck Allen helps the Sky on offense because she can do more than shoot threes. She can take care of the ball. She can put the ball on the floor. She can make some stuff happen. Now, is Beck Allen going to score a ton of points? No, she's not. But yesterday, she did pretty good. 13 points for her. She is able to score off the dribble. She's able to dribble the basketball, pass the basketball without getting it turned over. And she actually can play some defense. Now, again, is she the best defender in the world? No, she's not. But she can play some defense. And I don't understand it. And in the fourth quarter, Tyler Marsh was about to put Kia Nurse back in. We saw a lineup of, it was Kamilla, Angel, Beck at the 3, Ariel Atkins at the 2, and Courtney Vandersloot at the 1. That lineup was doing good in the fourth quarter. And then in comes Kia Nurse running to the scores table. And I was like, why are you putting Kia Nurse in this game at this point? Why are you putting Kia Nurse in? But while Kia Nurse was at the scores table waiting to come in the game, we see Beck Allen knock down, I believe she knocked down a 3. Then Kia Nurse gets called back to the bench, and then she sits there for the rest of the game. That's the thing. I think Beck Allen is just the better player. She just is. She makes everything a little bit smoother. And it finally felt like Coach stayed with the winning lineup. Yes, it took some time. Yes, it was growing pains, but last night it finally felt like a team. It felt like the Sky didn't just play. It felt like they played together, and they played like they wanted to truly win together. And that was awesome. So when the buzzer finally sounds and the Sky secures their first win of the season, guys, the joy I felt was so much bigger than just a notch in the win column. This felt like a earned victory through all the ups and downs on the season so far, all the missed shots, the frustrated lineups. We stuck around. And that's the magic of being a fan. You care deeply about something you cannot control, but you care, and you feel it all the way through. You are on an emotional roller coaster, even though you know it might break your heart. Though it's sports, so it's not that dramatic. But you get what I'm saying. And when it finally goes your way, and you finally get the dub, it means everything. So to everybody who is, regardless of your team, regardless if your team is Dallas or New York or Vegas or Golden State, Indiana, wherever, Washington, whoever your team is, continue to show up. Continue to buy tickets to games, buy season tickets to whatever WNBA team is near you. Still show up and cheer. Still believe. Even when your team goes on a losing skid, even when things look a little messy, when things are pretty unpredictable and hard, the fans are the heartbeat of sports. We are. And it's up to us to embrace that fully embrace that. All right. So the win last night, it was for the Scott fans. And truly, I wouldn't trade that feeling for just about anything. So with that being said, let's go Sky.